Hey, thanks for tuning in today. Before we get started, I want to say thank you all for watching my video last week. I hope it made you laugh. I hope it brightened up your day. But on a serious note, when school starts back, you're going to have to make sure you wear your mask. So whenever you're on the bus, wear your mask. If there's a reason why you're in school that you can't social distance, you have to wear your mask. Do not take it off. Do not take it off to eat Skittles or take it off to hit somebody with it or whatever. Leave it on your face. And it's important that you wear your mask. I have a mask that I wear every day also. So when I go to the store or I go somewhere where I can't social distance, or anytime I'm in public, I put my mask on and I leave it on. So make sure you do that, okay? So I'm getting super excited. You know what I'm going to do. So look at there. We got 40 days, 23 hours, 13 minutes, and 20 seconds until school starts. Now I'm filming this on Thursday, July the 16th. So like I said, it will change once you see this video. So I thought I would do something a little different. I'm not going to do any skits or do anything funny. So I know the students at South Middle and Southside, they know me as Deputy Logan, but they really don't know anything else about me. So what I done was a few days ago, I went on my Facebook page and I'm friends with a few parents from South Middle and Southside. So I said, hey, if your child has a question they want to ask me, please put it in the comment box or inbox it to me and I will answer their questions. So I have about 13 questions that I'm going to try to answer, so that way that you all know a little bit more about me other than the deputy that comes to your school and chases you and tickle you. So question number one, what is your middle name? So my middle name has been a controversy for a long time. So growing up, my mom told me my middle name is Tafaro. You spell it Taffarrow. And so growing up, I always thought my middle name was Tafaro. I don't know how they came up with that middle name, but anyway, when I turned 16, when I went to go get my permit, I had to get a copy of my birth certificate. So when I sent off for it and came back, my birth certificate says my middle name is Pharaoh, which is Farrow. So my mom said they spelt it wrong, but legally through the government, my middle name is Pharaoh, but to my mom, I'm Pharaoh. So I guess I have to go by Pharaoh. That's what I have to use anytime I purchase something or get a loan or whatever. I have to use the F as my middle name instead of Pharaoh. So do I have children? Yes, I do. I have 3 girls. My youngest one is 19. Then I have a 25-year-old daughter and a 28-year-old daughter. So yes, I have 3 children. They're all grown. So where did I go to school? Well, in elementary, I went to Waddle Elementary School, which does not exist anymore, but the building is still there on Waddle Street. And I went in the early 80s. And then in middle school, I went to Browning Springs Middle School. And then in high school, I went to Madisonville North Hopkins High School. I attended from 92 to 96. And after I graduated in 1996, I went to Kentucky State University in Frankfort, Kentucky. So I was there for a couple of years and ended up moving back to Madisonville to work at the Sheriff's Department. Then I finished up my schooling at Kaplan University. I got an associate's degree in criminal justice. So how old am I? I'm 25. No, I'm kidding. I'm 43 years old. About 3 weeks ago, I had a birthday, so I turned 43. I know it's hard to imagine because I look so young, but I am 43 years old. What are my hobbies? Well, one of my hobbies is I like to play video games. So a lot of times when I get off from work to unwind for the day, I will go home and play a video game for about 30 minutes or something to unwind, from work. And so that's one of my hobbies. Another hobby, I like to fish whenever I have the opportunity to. It's not always, but I like to fish. And another hobby I have is we like to go camping. We don't do the tent camping. I can't do that, but we have a camper. It has a bed, a kitchen, a television, a bathroom. Everything a house has. So usually we go camping every weekend somewhere, and that's our little weekend vacation. So those are pretty much my hobbies. What is my favorite TV shows? My favorite TV show is Sanford and Son. I don't know if you ever watched it, but it was a sitcom that was filmed back in the early 70s, mid 70s. So I watch Sanford and Son all the time. So other than that, I really don't watch any shows. I don't watch police shows. I will watch comedy. So if there's a movie that comes on that's comedy, I'm a comedy person. I love the stupider the comedy is, the more I love it. So, but as far as my favorite show, it has to be Sanford and Son. That is my all-time favorite television show. All right, my favorite video games. So all the video games I have are usually sports games. So I play a lot of football and basketball. Those are my favorite video games. So I have pretty much all the Maddens. I have all the 2Ks. So I have a few little action games. I have Mortal Kombat, which I'm really no good at that. But if it's a sports game, if it's football or basketball, I'm pretty good at it. So because I play it very often. So let me see. What kind of cars do I have? Well, we have 4 cars that's parked in our driveway. I have a Chevy Cobalt. 2007 Chevy Cobalt. That's what my daughter drives, my youngest daughter. That's her vehicle that she drives. We have a '01 Honda Accord that my other daughter drives. And then I have a 2012 Ford F-150 that I drive. And then we have a 2019 Honda Accord that my wife drives. So I have 4 vehicles, or we have 4 vehicles. Sometimes when I pull in my driveway looks like a used car lot, because then when my cruiser's parked there, there's 5 vehicles parked in my driveway. So what else we got? My favorite YouTubers. I do not have a favorite YouTuber. I just watch anything that pops up on my YouTube feed. So I watch a lot of barbers cut hair. I don't know why. I always wanted to be a barber when I was younger. So I watch a lot of barbers. I have some preachers or pastors that I listen to on YouTube. There's some funny videos that I watch on YouTube. So as far as a favorite YouTuber, I do not have one, but I have a subscription to a whole lot of different YouTubers. So, but as far as a favorite, I really don't have a favorite that I watch all the time. Like I said, pretty much whatever comes on my YouTube feed, if I think it's interesting, I will click on it and watch it. How and why I became a police officer. So I got into police work basically because of my brother. So when we were younger, my brother's about 7 years older than I am. He always wanted to be a state trooper. So when he would see a state police cruiser go by, he would always get excited and everything. He was like, that's what I want to be. That's where I want to work. So luckily, my brother did become a state trooper, and he was stationed in Frankfort, Kentucky. And so myself, I didn't know what I really wanted to do. So I wanted to be a barber, but one of my best friends, he was going to school to be an electrical engineer. So I remember we went to University of Louisville, to the University Speed School. It's an engineer school. And so anyway, he and I went to the Speed School to do an orientation. And so basically they were talking about the electrical engineers and how much money they made. And I was like, yes, they make a lot of money. This is something that I'm interested in. But then they were talking about that if you're not good in math, then this is not the place that you want to be, because there is a lot of math. So when he said that, that cut me out of that, because I hate math. I am no good in math. I know how to add up my paycheck to make sure they paid me right, but other than that, math is not my strong subject. So anyway, I was thinking about going to barbering schools after I graduated. So I knew how to cut hair. I used to cut some of the people's hair around the neighborhood. So I would be so I was thinking, okay, I'm gonna go to barbering school then. And my dad told me to go to college. He said, go to college, try college. And he said, if you do not like it, you come back home and you enroll at barber school. So I went to college at Kentucky State University in Frankfort, where my brother was stationed at. Well, I rode with him a few times, and it was so fun. And I was like, you know what? This is what I want to do. This is the job I want right here. Well, while I was in college, I ended up getting hired at the Frankfort Police Department as a position called a safety officer. So basically, I just went around town writing parking tickets. Of course, everybody was mad at me because I was writing tickets. But anyway, I became friends with some police officers in Frankfort. And I started riding with them, and I loved it also. So I was like, yes, this is the job I want. I can make an impact on my community. Plus, I don't like sitting between four walls. And so this is what I want to do. And so I majored in criminal justice. So that's how I ended up in this position. Now, I retired 2 years ago, and I said I was never getting back in police work once I retired. And then a few months later, I found out that Hopkins County was hiring several school resource officers. And so anyway, I thought about it, and after talking to my wife and so forth, and she was like, that is the perfect job for you. You love kids. You will fit in just fine. So I ended up applying, and now I'm here at South Middle and Southside, and I love my job. It's like the best job ever. So that's how I got into my career as a law enforcement. Did I play sports? Yes, I did play sports. I was probably better at football. I was a little bit bigger than most kids. I played from 5th grade, and then in the 9th grade, I couldn't play anymore because I had a heart murmur, and the doctor told me I couldn't, that I did not need to play until they get my heart murmur under control, which I don't believe I have it anymore. So anyway, I always played football. I played fullback. They always gave me the ball. I always blocked. And like I said, I was bigger than most kids anyway, so I had an advantage. I played some basketball. I used to play ABA, and then in middle school, I played for a team called the Grizzlies. So at Browning Springs, back when I went to school, they had 3 basketball teams. They had the Bruins, Kodiaks, and Grizzlies. So I was on the Grizzlies. So I played in middle school. Other than that, that was it. I played some baseball when I was younger, but after high school, when I had a heart murmur, I didn't play sports anymore. So yeah, that's my sports career. So if I could travel anywhere in the world, where would I go? So if I could travel anywhere, I want to go to Israel. I want to go to the Holy Land. I want to go to places where Jesus walked and where he got baptized. That is my ultimate goal. And I'm going to go one day. It may take me a while to save my money because it is an expensive trip. But if I had anywhere in the world that I wanted to go, I would go to Israel. and do the Holy Land tour. And some of those tours are like 20 days, maybe more. So, but that's something that I want to do. So, and last but not least, it says, how am I making it without all those lunches? So I'm sure what they're talking about is during lunch, especially elementary kids, they always have their little lunch boxes open from where their parents made them lunch, and I would go through there and I would steal their, you know, whatever they got. If they got a Capri Sun, I'll walk by and take their Capri Sun, or they got a little bag of Doritos, I snatch their Doritos up, and you know, they think that's just the funniest thing. Of course, I don't eat their food, I give it back to them. But in middle school, when they see me coming, they go ahead and they cover their food up before I can get to it. So, but as far as eating lunch, I have been doing pretty good. During the pandemic, of course, not much has been open to sit down in a restaurant, but I've been going through a drive-through, and I probably gained weight during this pandemic, and since school has been out. Usually when school's in session, I don't eat as much at the school, but I have really been eating a whole lot this summer, or since school has been out. But anyway, I want to say thank you for asking questions. If there's any more questions you would like to ask me, just on the video, put it in the comment box, and maybe later on I will answer it. So again, thank you all for tuning in to my YouTube page. I hope you are enjoying the videos. I make them so you can laugh and to brighten your day up. I hope you don't take any of my videos serious or to heart, because I do it all in fun, because I like to make everybody laugh. So thank you for watching again, and you all have a good day. And I'm getting excited, I am excited for school to start back so I can see you all. All right, you all have a good day.